Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into how artificial intelligence is basically tearing up the old rules of internet search and writing a completely new playbook. We're going to talk about what that means for, well, anyone with a website.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a number that is, well, it's reshaping the entire internet. Nearly 60% of Google searches in the US now end with a single person clicking on a single website. Think about that. That's up from about 50% just a few years ago, and it's really the heart of the huge challenge we're looking at today.
So, as you can imagine, for any website that depends on visitors, especially news sites and media outlets, this trend isn't just some small concern. They're calling it a traffic apocalypse, and honestly, for good reason. They're literally watching their traffic just evaporate as search engines start answering questions all by themselves. So what's really going on here? We're smack in the middle of a massive change in what a search engine is even for. It's a whole phenomenon we're calling the Great Unclicking. And the engine driving all of this, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. And this right here, this is the key idea. A zero-click search. Now, we've kind of seen this for years, right, with things like featured snippets at the top of the page. But generative AI has put this whole concept on steroids. Now, really complex questions get these detailed summaries, called AI overviews, right there on the results page. And here is where you can really see the impact. I mean, look at these numbers. The moment an AI overview pops up on the page, the average click-through rate to a website gets sliced almost in half. It drops from an already pretty low 15% down to just 8%. People are getting what they need and they're just gone. This really shows a deep philosophical shift. You know, for 20 years, a search engine's job was to be a gateway. It was a guide to help you find the best websites. Well, not anymore. Now it's becoming an answer engine, and its success isn't measured by how many clicks it sends out, but by how well it answers your question and keeps you right there. But believe it or not, this whole shift to an answer engine is only half the story. The other massive challenge is the absolute explosion of content that AI has created. It's a completely new, incredibly crowded battlefield for anyone who's just trying to get noticed online. Just think about this. By 2025, it's estimated that almost 3/4 of all new web pages will have AI involved in creating them somehow. Yeah, the vast majority is a mix of human and AI work, but it means the sheer volume of content is just skyrocketing, making it unbelievably hard to stand out from all that noise. So, in a world that is just flooded with AI-generated text, how on earth do you stand out? You have to prove you're valuable. And this is where Google's idea of EEAT comes in. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Your content has to signal all four of these things to have any chance of rising above the automated junk. And of course, this isn't just a Google story. You've got direct competitors like ChatGPT, which saw the fastest user growth in history. And while most people still go to Google for their everyday searches, a ton of people have tried these new tools, especially younger users. It's a huge sign of where things are heading. So, with all this chaos, how do you adapt? We need to look at the new playbook for digital strategy. If the old rules are out the window, what does winning even look like anymore?
Which brings us to the big one, the billion-dollar question that everyone's asking. If clicks are dying, is SEO dead?
And the answer is absolutely not. It's just evolving into something totally different. So say hello to generative AI optimization, or GAIO for short. The goal isn't just to get ranked anymore. The goal is to become such a trusted source that the AI itself relies on you and cites you in its answers. This is a complete mindset shift. The goal isn't clicks, it's getting your brand visible inside the AI's answer. Success isn't that #1 ranking anymore. It's getting what people are calling assistant mentions. It means you're moving from just optimizing for keywords to building deep authority on a whole topic. So instead of one article on running shoes, you create an entire hub about running, reviews, training plans, injury prevention, proving to the AI that you are the expert. So what kind of content actually pulls this off? Well, pretty simply, it's things the AI can't just create on its own. We're talking about original research with unique data that an AI has no choice but to cite, in-depth guides that are just too valuable to be boiled down into a quick summary, and real thought leadership that offers a perspective nobody else has. Now, this whole wave of change isn't hitting everyone the same way. So as we look ahead toward 2026, let's break down how different industries are being forced to completely rethink their strategies just to survive. You've got news publishers who are in that traffic apocalypse, right? They're now making deals to license their content directly to AI companies. Then there are e-commerce sites, which get almost zero direct links from AI, so they're building these huge informational guides to catch buyers way earlier in their research. And finally, you have sites like Stack Overflow that have to build interactive tools and communities that offer way more value than a simple AI answer ever could. And all of this leaves us with one final crucial question to chew on. In a world where AI gives you the instant answer, what is the new purpose of your website? It's not just a place for information anymore. It has to become a platform for authority, for deeper engagement, and for unique experiences that can never, ever be summarized.